Hey there, girls and boys. Join us as we introduce our guest co-host and regular stuntman, Bami, in an episode that's all about the souped-up cars, mod cons, and a car that's homegrown from the ground up. Sit tight and enjoy the ride.
Imagine if life was like a racing video game. That would be much fun, isn't it? It would be so much fun if you could just swap up parts and get kits, upgrade your car, upgrade the look, as much as you wish. But then some might start to say it's a fruitless exercise, because if you then think about the fact that car manufacturers already plowed in loads of work, millions of dollars into their car, into the design, research and development, then, what's the point? But an uncle of mine once said something, really wise man, very profound stuff. He said, variety is the spice of life. I don't think he was talking about cars when he made that statement. Take a look at this car, for example. This Mini Cooper had left the factory as a peppy white Mini Cooper, looking to provide loads of fun to its driver, like a happy-go-lucky puppy. And don't ask how they define this color like peppy white. But along the way, it has picked up this really nice burnt orange coat, carbon fiber roof wrap, 16-inch gunmetal grey alloy rims as opposed to the stock 15, Bilstein shocks, and an amazing Flowmaster exhaust system. So if you think about it, my uncle's profound words really make sense now. Variety is the driving force of the custom car culture. Custom cars, or like our American friends would call it, hot rodding, is a culture that's been around for years now. It's for those who always like to make the cars look better, make it perform better. So we're going to do something really interesting today. We're going to customize this show by introducing our new guest presenter, Bami. I don't think he's going to add anything special, but
we'll see about that. I am Motion Town's force induction air system, that 250 horsepower modification that will give you all the power that you're looking for.
Before you steal what's left of the show, guys, we're going to look at some really interesting cars today. I mean, they've had surgery, inside and out. So let's take a look at those, shall we? Not this guy.
Welcome back to Motion Town. And well, start to get used to this face because I'm not going anytime soon. Femi claimed that he had something to do, so he will join us soon. But moving on to cars. Today we are looking at a Mercedes-Benz C350, as I used to call them, Silver Arrows from Germany. And I wonder which modification someone wants to do on such a classy ride. Hey Chris!
Hey Bami.
Nice.
How you doing?
All good, thanks. And you?
I'm alright.
Nice, nice. What did you do on your car?
Oh,
which sort of modifications?
I did the lights, I did the brake discs, LED grille. It shows at night. I had AMG wheels, my brake discs are ventilated discs, the LED strips. And I did an X-pipe. Changed my two mufflers as well.
Wow. And why did you modify it in the
I
first
just
place? Why
wanted
you
my car to
customize
be
it?
very different from every car on the street, you know.
Tell me more, Chris. What do you prefer, speed or torque?
I prefer torque, you know. When you accelerate and you get thrown back to your seat,
I
like
share
that
this
force.
vision of yours, but I'm not sure that Femi will... Femi.
Hey, Bami. Hi.
Welcome,
Nice, Femi,
Thanks for coming on, eh?
Thanks, man.
All right, nice car, nice car. And I thought I heard him talking about speed or torque.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
answered the right thing, yeah?
I said
My
torque,
choice.
yeah.
Torque?
You should be
Seriously? How could he? I mean, dude, man, like speed is
told
everything.
you.
Look at this machine.
Yeah,
eh?
speed
It's
is
severe.
everything, but you need that torque.
Anyway, so we have another car joining us, yeah,
Okay.
and it'll be interesting to see how much more customization we can get around here, right? what we're talking about, right? Yeah. Nice one, though.
See you, man.
All right.
Nice one, man.
So Chris, Bami, Boye.
Good to meet you.
Boye, tell us what you've done to the car, man.
Okay,
Alright,
let's
looks
start
good.
with what the car is. It's a 2013 2SS V8 Camaro.
Okay.
5.2 liter engine, cold air intake. Oh, we got airflow extremes. So
Okay.
you get less resistance from the exhaust and more noise. It's aggressive. And the
Nice.
most important part is we got a digital tune.
Nice.
Yeah, so-
I haven't heard of those much.
Oh, you see, nowadays our cars are electronic. You can
Yeah,
use the good
true.
old days of taking a screwdriver and spanner and tweaking the engine is all gone.
Yeah.
It's all electronic.
Tweaking
now.
the carburetor
I
with
mean, to get the right fuel air mixture, it's all gone. It's all
Right.
electronic now. So what we've done is remove most of the limitations that come stock with the car.
Right.
And like you just saw, you get good performance.
Yeah, really great performance.
Yeah.
So, big question. Why the heck did you even customize it in the first place?
You need to stand out from the crowd.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. In terms of what you've done now, have you noticed any improvement in performance?
Oh yes, it's
Noticeable and not in just in
It
your head?
is noticeable.
Right.
In terms of aesthetics, it's louder, it's more aggressive. And
Yeah,
in terms of
we can attest to that,
performance,
right?
it's faster and it's also more rigid, so you can do all those crazy donuts and
Nice.
it's tighter.
What do you do? Because American cars usually lean over corners. So what do you do
So
to
I got
that?
a strut bar.
Oh.
So that also helps increase the car's rigidity and balance.
I see, I see. So big question or big argument we're having earlier is which is preferable? Would you like speed versus torque, or would you take torque over speed any day?
For me, it's a mix of the two. I like some torque.
We can be friends.
But man,
This man
He likes
here,
some talk. He just said he likes some talk.
Whatever, man.
I believe you must get lots of heads turning into this.
sure, I get tons of attention.
More than this one?
Yeah, I have people.
I don't
Trust me.
think so.
I have lots of people
Anybody that
waving,
comes from the
blowing
back, they
kisses.
pass my car, they see the exhaust, they look inside like, is this a C-Class?
Really?
Yeah, then
This is
the back
boring,
is so different.
boring,
You've not
boring.
driven it. You've not driven it.
This is boring money.
You've not
This is
driven it.
new exciting money.
Right.
Midlife crisis.
Everybody likes
Midlife
midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Everybody likes midlife crisis.
This is not boring. This is classic. Come on.
Bobby, tell them what we have in store for them.
Well, definitely something that is going to turn a lot more heads than these two cars put together.
Nah,
no
Yeah.
way, bro.
Guys, they don't
surprised.
really
I live in
You
this
will
Ferrari,
be
man.
so
Oh, well,
proud.
here we go.
Hey, look at it.
You got it. Hey, Sonny. Nice one, nice one, nice one. This is an amazing looking car. It actually beats all the other cars. That's what we were just talking about, right? Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So we can't even ask you why you customized the car because this is built from the ground up, right?
Yes.
So how long did it take you to build it?
2 years.
2 years. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So what chassis did you use for this car?
I made it by myself.
You made the chassis.
From ground up.
Wow.
From the
Okay.
scratch.
That's interesting.
Oh, you.
Shock.
Yeah.
Or-
Everything. Everything.
Okay, talk about customization.
So do you get like lots of heads? So what we're just saying now is that, you know, this guy, you see his car, you'll be like, okay, this guy, you'll be like,
That's right,
okay,
it's
how
right.
far? Yeah, but you know, people will look at your car more than this car's, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's test that.
It's true,
Let's
huh?
see.
Let's
This
see.
is a young
Let's
big
see.
car.
Okay, okay, Bami, you have
Let's
a
see.
really great idea. Let's see how much heads we can get to turn with this car.
All right.
And whoever loses drives the other person for a week, Kasali style. Agree?
Deal? Well and good.
Deal? I can't go. Okay. Okay,
I am not gonna lose.
Okay, 1, 2, 2.
Agreement.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go and see what this cars can do, right?
So, how are your emotions before you had the modification on the car and now that the car is all
When I first had the car was a little bit too quiet, you know. I wanted it very different. When the work was all done, I was very ecstatic.
before the upgrade, it was more like an adventure. There was this sense of anticipation.
Okay.
Will it work? Won't it work?
True.
You know, and you know, with each modification, you're like, okay, cool. It's exhilarating that initially. Then you get to a point where it stops being fun. Then it's like addiction.
This head turning challenge.
Yes, we really need to win the.
To find out how many heads each of our customized cars could get to turn, we headed out to the Palm Shopping Mall in Lekki, where we had hoped to catch the fancy of weekend shoppers. First up for the challenge was Chris in his C350. However, we could hardly assess if he was attracting any interest before the security guards started acting up like witches from his village. They chased our not-so-secret camera crew up and down the parking lot, while Boye then tried to sneakily set up his Camaro for the challenge, but they tackled him as well. Eventually, our crew was hounded out of the mall like secondary school kids stealing fruits from the tree in the next compound. We didn't even get to test Sonny's car that day.
Come on, Femi, let's go.
Okay, the other challenge that didn't work out very well for us now, did it? Not did it. We actually tried to go to the Palms in Lekki, and while we got chased around by the guards and almost got arrested by the police, which we actually did get arrested by the police.
Yeah.
And then we went to Hard Rock Cafe and tried to, you know, get them to look at our car lineup and do the head turning challenge. But they asked us to bring, God knows, like enough money to buy a plot of land.
Yeah. How much was it?
Yeah, about 500,000 just to shoot this there. No.
Wow.
But the good thing is we got friends from Freedom Park who said we should come around and see if we can get people to look at this car and see how much head turn we get on this one. So here's where we're going to Freedom Park now to see how that goes. So true question. How much would you pay for this?
Gosh, I have no idea. I mean, I think it needs a lot of work though.
Most certainly.
Yeah, it could be definitely fine-tuned and made to, you know, look better, I think.
Right.
I mean, all of this place and all that, but I mean, it's a
Well, pick a
fun
number.
work. I don't know, guesswork? $1 million?
Whoa!
That's
Nice!
$1 million, good.
Sonny, we are millionaires!
Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay guys, so we can see that this amazing car turns more heads than the Camaro did more heads than the C350. Actually, I think it turns more heads than most other cars that we've seen.
You see?
Going by the amazing reaction.
I told you that at the beginning, remember?
Yeah, and did you see the joy on her face when she was driving it?
Yeah.
Really amazing. This car is not just a joke. People are actually interested in buying it. So maybe we should purchase one. Yeah, Sonny? Would you build us one? Okay, fine, no problem. So guys,
More than one, eh?
More than one.
Got to do more than
no,
one.
one. You don't build one for me, you work for yours. Okay guys, so it's been a great time with this episode. We'll see you next time on Motion Town. Thank you for watching.
Ciao.